All right, so in the past week, I had 2 people reach out in our Video SEO Club Facebook group, and they would like for me to take a look at their YouTube channel, see what they're doing right, what they could improve on, different things like that. That's something that we do in that Facebook group. So if you'd like to have your channel reviewed, go ahead and click the link in this description, and we'll get you all set up. So let's dig into the Amish Assassins YouTube channel first. So the first thing I noticed about the YouTube channel is that shorts are presented first above videos. There's no playlist set up. There's no banner image on here. Amish Assassins, I believe they're a wrestling group, a wrestling tag team. So let's take a look at the description here. We are Melvin and Perry. We are the Amish Assassins. We like to make videos about us. We are also involved in professional wrestling as a tag team. You can check out our schedules on Facebook or Instagram. Please follow and like and whatever else helps us make money. Sure enough. Okay, so I'm guessing, following in with professional wrestling, that's a bit of kayfabe, is what I believe. Suspension of disbelief for layman's out there. Kayfabe for wrestling fans. So they have 63 subscribers, 22 videos. They've been at it for a year now. Just about 10 shorts here. We're going to sort this by most popular. Amish man steals truck. I mean, yeah, that's going to get people's attention. Let's go ahead and take a look at that short. Yeah, I mean, it's just starting a truck, but he did get a lot of views. They got a lot of views with it. 105 likes. Let's go ahead and see what kind of comments we have on here. So we do have replies to the comments. Okay, so they replied to the comments here, we see. The actual short is just a little bit over a month old. All right, so they're just starting out this channel. Even though it's a year old, you could tell they're just starting it out. We're starting to see some different thumbnails being used on there. The older videos don't have thumbnails. Amish Assassins are coming to town. Check them out November 18th, 2023. Here's the problem putting like November 18th, 2023 on your video is on November 19th, that video is obsolete now. So you want to stay away from dates. I understand this is more of a local YouTube channel because you're promoting your appearances in specific towns. What I will say is this also, these videos are shot vertically. And you can see that this is a 1 minute and 48 second long video. That's not going to do good on long form. Long form videos, typically you're going to want to be like this one here, 9 minutes. Do you see that did 104 views, 9 minutes? I'm just kind of clicking around here. I'd be interested in seeing what the retention rate is on a video this long. It did well, 104 views in 9 days. I don't know. I mean, you got these hashtags that are very, political, I guess, because it is the news network, right? I guess what the biggest question I would have is what the goal of the channel is. I mean, it's probably to drum up interest in your wrestling events. You have the production in there. This one's shot horizontally, so that's in the step in the right direction right here. But I don't see any action to be taken on here. If you're familiar with professional wrestling, there were a lot of vignettes back in the day, just different character building vignettes is a way to put it. I guess you would call them promotional videos if you're outside of the realm of wrestling. So I understand what you're doing from a character building standpoint. It's just from a YouTube marketing standpoint, there's not a lot of action to be taken on here. Maybe we take a look and see what kind of search terms are associated with the Amish. Amish itself is getting 94,000 searches. Right here is telling me there's a lot of competition on this, so let's see what kind of matching terms we have. We're going to go ahead and sort this by the most likely to rank. So we're going to sort this by low competition. And these are going to be very specific keyword phrases, so they probably will be of no use. But you might want to make a skit that's called like Amish Mafia Meeting, and you could kind of build around that, where people that are searching that old show that used to be on, I believe, TLC, Amish Mafia, they might come across that. That might be something you can use in your shorts where you kind of make it kind of like a satire of the old mafia movies. That's one idea, because I mean, that's 2,000 searches. But then we come back to the fact that we're not 100% sure about what the goal is here, because if you're just trying to drum up interest in your tag team, reaching that broader scope of audience on YouTube might not do you the best service, because you might be reaching people in California, reaching people in Florida. How are you going to monetize that as a tag team that primarily wrestles in the Michigan area? I mean, I'm not saying don't have big dreams of hitting the independent circuit and being used all over the place, but you have to think about these goals and be deliberate in your actions when you're building on YouTube. But I would look at Amish Mafia. You see right here, Amish farm. So, I mean, these are phrases that you could build into your titles. Amish farm gone wrong, you know, show like a mishap or something on the farm, something of creative. But again, we're always going to come back to what is that actual goal? How are you trying to monetize this? I guess I'm just confused about what the goals are with the YouTube channel. So, I mean, you could comment on this video and we could further explore that. Right here, I'll show you how to do something with your description because, I mean, you have a ton of hashtags in there. Hashtags really only matter on shorts. They don't really matter on long-form videos. But I want to show you something about how we can make a quick description on this video without really a whole lot of work. So we go to Show Transcript. We can go ahead and copy this whole transcript. Control-C. Take that transcript and paste it right there inside of any text editor. I like to use Notepad. I'm a little bit old school, so I'm doing this on a desktop computer, obviously. We're going to go ahead and find and replace here. We want to get rid of all the timestamps in the actual transcript of your video. So we're going to take out every number and the colon. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take all this text, right? We're going to take it to ChatGPT, and we're going to build a description in a very deliberate way. So I'm going to show you this. So first and foremost, we got to write a prompt for ChatGPT. So here's how we're going to do it. Prompt reads like this. From the supplied text, create a story about the happenings in Amish country, as told by the Amish Assassins wrestling tag team. The story should read like an intro to a Martin Scorsese movie. The ideal reader of this story is someone interested in Amish satire. So let's see what it comes up with. Go ahead and paste that transcript in there. Then ChatGPT does its magic. So look, there it is right there. It's telling you everything. There's your description for your video. Just copy and paste that right in there. But I would suggest taking it. I take what ChatGPT gives us from the transcript. So basically what ChatGPT did is it summarized that transcript, put it into a story based upon the prompt that we gave it. Then I want to paste it in here. Go to wordcounter.net, I believe it is. I just kind of go through this. Now, I'm not going to go through this whole thing. That's something you guys could do. But it's pretty simple, and it makes for good descriptions, because that's one thing that a lot of people don't realize about long-form YouTube videos, is the description is very important. The description is kind of how the search engine on YouTube works and finds your video. So if you're going to consider your video a web page and YouTube a search engine like Google, right? Well, how does Google find web pages? It's what's written on the page. Now, YouTube's a little bit more sophisticated, so it does go ahead and scan the transcript of the video and kind of look for those keywords inside of the video. But you're also going to give it a little bit of breadcrumbs, so to speak, by putting a good description on your video. And videos that don't have that description, it doesn't mean your video is going to do any worse, as far as it's not going to penalize your video for not having a description, but it's also not going to have that added benefit of having a very robust description written about what that video is about. And it's something that you could do in, 2 minutes? You've seen how long it took me. You don't have to be a wordsmith to do it. You could go in there and clean up the words, plug in some keywords that you want to hit, and obviously add any outbound links to monetization opportunities like T-shirts, tickets for the events you're going to be wrestling at. There's a lot of different opportunities, but first and foremost, when you're creating anything for YouTube, you always want to make sure you understand what your goals are. You got to know what you're shooting for. When you're uploading videos to YouTube, you have to have an objective. You have to have a goal in mind. So as a tag team in independent wrestling out in Michigan, what's the goal? Are you trying to sell more tickets at the events? Are you trying to sell T-shirts online? Really zero in on that, and then that's going to help any content that you make on your channel that much better. But I'd say look at that Amish Mafia keyword. You want your titles to be a little bit more pertinent to that. You want to stay away from putting dates in your titles, because now that one said November 18th, 2023, it's obsolete because we're not even in 2023 anymore. So now that video is completely stale. How much long-term replay value is that going to have if it's such a dated thing? Now, maybe that was a promo for that actual event that was happening on that date, which is fine. But in terms of long form, you want it to be something that can continue to give you growth for 1 to 3 years. So think about that. I would go after the Amish Mafia satire. Said Amish farm was another big term that you could go after. So call it Amish farm news. Instead of Amish action news, call it Amish farm news. And you could go really satirical with that, to where it can have some residual value to people that may not be able to go out there and watch you wrestle live, but it'll also help you promote your characters and build upon that wrestling vignette style, which is what I think you guys are going for. But like I said, I'll say it only one more time here. Objective first, video second. Once you know your objective, you know how the video has to play out. So if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe. I'll be doing a lot more videos like this, full reviews of YouTube channels. If you have any questions about YouTube SEO or you'd like for me to look at your YouTube channel, go ahead and comment on this video and I'll take a look. I also have a Facebook group that you can check out and a Quora page where I answer questions about YouTube SEO regularly. You can find that in the description of this video. I appreciate you guys so much. Thanks for watching and we'll see you next time on Video SEO Club.